Hey guys, this is Howard at UBR Tech. Today I'll be reviewing the OTTO NozieBarrier Micro ear protection. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. Just a quick note, throughout this review you will hear me say dB. dB stands for decibel, and this is the rating used to let you know how much protection the Ear Pro will give you. The higher the decibel rating, the more protection the Ear Pro will provide. Now let's get on with the review. I don't know about you guys, but I've been looking for a rechargeable electronic earplug protection for a while now. There were 3 features that the Ear Pro had to have. The first was it had to provide the same or higher than 31 dB noise protection. Second, it should let me hear people that are talking to me. And third, the battery should last at least 4 hours or longer. I did some internet searching and I came across the OTTO NozieBarrier Micro. If you look at the features list for the NozieBarrier Micro, on paper it has everything I could ever want and more. OTTO says they provide up to 40 dB impulse noise protection while letting you hear people talk to you. The earbuds last for up to 16 hours of continuous use, and they come in a Pelican-style case that has a built-in battery that can charge the earbuds 20 times with one charge. What I just listed so far would be good enough for me, but these Ear Pro have even more features. The other features listed are hearing enhancement mode. This mode amplifies soft sounds up to 5 times. The earplugs and case are both IP67 water resistant. The case also has an LCD panel that shows you how much battery is left on each earplug and the case itself. The LCD panel is a great addition, so there's no guessing how much battery life you have left on each earplug and the case itself. These earplugs are also really easy to use. Just press and hold the button until you hear the beep, and that's how you turn on the earplugs. Press and release the same button will turn on hearing enhancement mode. Press and release the button one more time will turn off hearing enhancement mode. If you want to turn them off, just press and hold the same button again until you hear the beep. They come with multiple ear tips, 3 sets of 3 flange tips, 1 set of foam tips. The 3 flange tips provide 23 dB protection, while the foam tip is said to provide up to 40 dB of impulse noise protection. They also come with replacement parts, tools to maintenance and clean the earplugs, a USB to mini USB charging wire, and a lanyard so you could tether the earplugs together. OTTO also gives you a basic 1-year warranty. These Ear Pro are expensive. The most common price I see is $399. I picked these up for $349, and I can't say where I bought them on YouTube, but if you want to know how I got them for this price, hit me up on Instagram at UBR Tech INC. So now let's talk about how these Ear Pro perform in actual use. It's a good thing that the earplugs are IP67 water resistant, because most of the times when I go in to grab them out of my range bag, the latch is unlocked. If the latch isn't closed and locked, it's not providing the IP67 water resistant rating anymore. So I wish the latch was a little bit harder to open. This issue wouldn't be a deal breaker for me because most of the times they'd be in my range bag and not exposed to water. When it comes to the amount of hearing protection that the foam tips provide, in my experience, there is no way these tips provide 40 dB protection. I say this because, like I mentioned earlier, I have the custom rubber molded Ear Pro, and they are 31 dB rated, and they cut out way more loud noises than the NozieBarrier Micro. I didn't know if it was because the earbuds electronics didn't cut out the loud noises fast enough, or if the foam tips just didn't provide 40 dB protection. So just to make sure I was using the NozieBarrier correctly, I called OTTO to make sure I wasn't doing something wrong. They said I was using them correctly, but they would send out another set of foam tips that were thicker and would provide more protection. They also sent over information for a company that makes custom rubber ear tips for the NozieBarrier Micro. I was told that the custom rubber ear tips would provide higher levels of dB protection. These Ear Pro are already expensive, and I really didn't want to put any more money out. At this point I said to myself, I'll try the thicker foam tips that they're sending out, and if they give me the protection that I'm looking for, then I'm good. If not, maybe I'll price out the custom tips and see how much they cost. If they're not crazy expensive, maybe I'll give them a shot. The new foam tips that they sent out definitely provide more noise protection than the ones that came in the box, but I still don't think they provide 40 dB protection. If I could give OTTO one recommendation, I would say to remove the current foam tips and add the thicker foam tips to the packaging. Other than these 2 issues, everything works as advertised. The battery lasts what seems like forever, and they are so comfortable that even on those long extended range day visits, they don't become uncomfortable at all. And they're so easy to use, which is the reason why I'm so disappointed. These Ear Pro are so close to perfect. If they really provided the 40 dB protection that they advertised, they would be worth every penny. So in the end, since they don't live up to the claims when it comes to the level of protection they say they provide, I can't recommend these Ear Pro, especially because they are so expensive. In my opinion, if you're going to spend this amount of money on Ear Pro, it should at least give you the amount of protection listed on the box. I think because they say up to 40 dB protection, that's how they can get around saying they provide that amount of protection, but not actually delivering that amount of protection. Now that I'm thinking about this a little bit more, the only way I could recommend these is if your current Ear Pro has a dB rating in the 20s. If you do decide to pick them up, I suggest calling OTTO and asking them to send out the thicker foam tips. For me, I need a higher dB rating. I'm still debating whether I should reach out to the company that makes the custom rubber ear tips for these Ear Pro. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see a video on the custom rubber tips for the OTTO NozieBarrier Micro. If you have any questions about the OTTO NozieBarrier Micro, put them in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you thought the video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Every subscriber helps the channel grow. And while you're here, check out one of these other 2 videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.